What's something every man should know by the age of 30? I was 29 when I learned this. I was working a job I hated and was in a relationship with a woman who was constantly cheating on me. I knew she was, but I was too afraid to leave her. I was miserable. One day, my dad called me and asked if I wanted to go fishing with him. I didn't want to, but he insisted. We went out on the lake, and after a while, he asked me how I was doing. I told him everything. He listened, and then he said something that changed my life. He said, "Son, life is like fishing. You can't control the fish, but you can control your line. If you don't like where you are, change your line." I didn't understand at first, but then it hit me. I could change my life. I went home, broke up with my girlfriend, and quit my job. I moved to a new city and started a new career. It was hard, but I was finally happy. A few years later, I was in a meeting with the CEO of my company. He asked me how I got to where I was. I told him about my dad's fishing analogy. He laughed and said, "That's the best advice I've ever heard." A few months later, I got a call from my dad. He was crying. He told me he had cancer and didn't have long to live. I flew home to be with him. On his deathbed, he told me he was proud of me. He said he knew I would be okay because I knew how to change my line.